There's a moment when a woman starts pulling away. Not suddenly, not dramatically, quietly. She stops leaning in the same way. Her texts get a little shorter. She still replies. She still smiles. But something underneath the connection shifts. And the confusing part is this. From your perspective, nothing went wrong. You were consistent. You were attentive. You were emotionally available. You did everything men are told they should do. And yet, the attraction slowly disappeared. Not because she didn't like you, but because something about the connection started feeling too predictable, too emotionally settled, too safe too early. And when attraction loses tension too early, something inside her begins to disengage before she even realizes it. Not out of cruelty, not out of manipulation, but out of instinct, because attraction isn't built on safety first. It's built on curiosity, and curiosity needs space to breathe. Chapter 1. The moment men miss. Most men think attraction disappears after a mistake, a bad text, a needy moment, an awkward date, but that's rarely the real reason. The real moment attraction begins fading is much quieter than that. It happens when she starts feeling like she already understands you completely, when there's nothing left to discover, nothing left to slowly unfold. You told her everything about your past, your goals, your insecurities, your intentions, your feelings about her. And at first, that openness feels refreshing. She appreciates the honesty. She feels emotionally close. But attraction doesn't grow from emotional certainty. It grows from emotional unfolding. When everything about you becomes available too quickly, her mind stops wondering. And when curiosity disappears, attraction slowly follows. Not because you were boring, but because the emotional packing moved faster than the chemistry needed. Chapter 2. What she starts feeling. At first, she doesn't even realize the shift. She just notices something subtle inside her. She isn't thinking about you the same way between conversations. She's not replaying moments from your date. She's not wondering what you're doing right now. You're present in her life, but you're not occupying her imagination anymore. And attraction lives inside imagination, inside unanswered questions, inside emotional tension, when she already knows exactly how you feel, exactly how available you are, exactly how predictable the interaction will be. Her emotional brain relaxes too much, and once attraction relaxes, it rarely reignites the same way, because mystery didn't disappear through distance. It disappeared through overclarity. Chapter 3. The Good Guy Trap. This is where many men get trapped. You think attraction fades because you didn't do enough. So you try harder. You become even more attentive, more responsive, more emotionally available. But the strange paradox of attraction is this. Effort is valuable. Predictability is not. When your emotional presence becomes constant and fully visible, something inside the dynamic loses its edge. Not because she wants games, not because she wants distance, but because attraction thrives when two people are slowly discovering each other, not immediately understanding everything. When she senses that the emotional mystery has already been solved, she stops leaning forward, not consciously, but instinctively. Chapter 4. Why she still likes you. Here's the confusing part. She still likes you. She enjoys talking to you. She respects you. You feel comfortable to her. But comfort without tension becomes friendship energy. And that's where many connections quietly land. She doesn't want to hurt you. She doesn't want to disappear. So she stays present. But the emotional spark that made her curious about you in the beginning slowly fades into familiarity. You didn't push her away. You just removed the uncertainty that makes attraction breathe. Chapter 5. What actually creates attraction? Attraction grows in emotional packing, not emotional availability. It grows when she learns things about you slowly, when she notices pieces of you over time, when she's still wondering about you after the conversation ends. The goal isn't distance. The goal is emotional rhythm, presence, then space, connection, then curiosity again. When that rhythm exists, attraction stays alive because the interaction never feels emotionally complete. And attraction needs that sense of unfolding. The final piece. Most men believe attraction disappears suddenly, but the truth is quieter than that. Attraction fades in small emotional shifts, moments that feel harmless at the time, moments where connection feels comfortable, but comfort without curiosity slowly removes the tension that attraction feeds on. And the painful part is, by the time you notice the shift, she has already felt it for a while. If you want to understand attraction before it disappears, not after, then subscribe, because the biggest mistakes in dating are rarely loud. They're silent, and once you learn to see them early, everything about your connections starts to change.